Let me start now. In this valuation, guys, first I want to introduce you what is valuation and what is the purpose of valuation. Okay, these things. So before discussing what is value, first we have to discuss what is cost. First we have to discuss what is cost. Okay, now guys, what exactly cost is? What exactly cost is? Let us say you are manufacturing something. You are manufacturing a product, let us say, or else you are constructing a building. Okay, you are manufacturing a product, or else you are constructing a building. Then you have to spend some amount to produce it or else to construct it. Now, the amount which we have to spend, the amount to be spent, the amount to be spent on manufacturing a product and manufacturing a product or constructing a building. Constructing a building, that is called as cost. ओके समझो हम लोग एक कुछ तो बिल्डिंग कंस्ट्रक्शन कर रहे हैं, तो ये बिल्डिंग कंस्ट्रक्शन करने के लिए हमको क्या चाहिए? एक तो मटेरियल चाहिए, ओके, नहीं तो हमारे पास वर्कर्स चाहिए, ओके, एंड वी नीड द टूल्स एंड प्लांट्स, वी नीड द मशीनरी. तो आप जो भी खर्चा करते हैं वो बिल्डिंग कंस्ट्रक्शन करने के लिए. नहीं तो समझो आप लोग एक टॉय मैन्युफैक्चर कर रहे हैं, नहीं तो एक ऑटोमोबाइल मैन्युफैक्चर कर रहे हैं, तो वो टाइम में आपको जो भी खर्चा होता है, जो भी एक्सपेंसेस आपको होता है, एंड दैट एक्सपेंडिचर in manufacturing or constructing, that is called as cost. Okay, now guys, actually in the cost there are different types again. Okay, cost में फिर से अलग अलग type है. So the next thing we are going to discuss is, guys, types of cost. Next thing we are going to discuss is the types of cost. And in the types of the cost, guys, the first type of the cost I am going to discuss is the direct cost. First type of the cost I am going to discuss is the direct cost. Actually, guys, in the construction or else in the manufacturing, there will be two types of cost. There will be two types of cost. What are the two types of the cost is? First one is the direct cost and second one is the indirect cost. Now, what is the difference between direct cost and indirect cost is? Let us say I am constructing a building, or else simply I am constructing a wall. Okay, what I am constructing, guys? I am constructing a wall. Now, to construct the wall on the field, what are the things you required, guys? To construct the wall in the field, what are the things you require? बोलिए. लवकर बोला. Very good. What you need, guys? You need the bricks, you need the cement, okay, and you need the fine aggregate, which is called as a sand. Okay, these things you need. That means basically you require the materials. When you want to construct the wall, guys, you require the materials. Okay, now tell me, guys, if I simply tell you with the materials, I mean, if I simply give you the materials, whether the wall construction will be completed, No, no, it will not be completed. What else we require is we require the manpower. What we require, guys? We require the manpower. Okay. Now, we have the materials and we have the manpower, guys, without having the tools and plants. Okay, tools and plants means when you want to construct the walls, you require some, small equipment, right? That equipment I am referring to tools and plants here. Okay, now my point is, guys, you require the tools and plants. That means you have the material, you have the manpower, but without using the tools and plants, you cannot mix the mortar there and you cannot place the mortar in the position. Okay, so you require these things. Okay, now uh, on this the cost I am going to spend on this three parameters. The cost I am going to spend on these three parameters is called as direct cost. This cost is called as what, guys? This cost is called as direct cost. Okay, now tell me, guys, when this construction is happening, and let us say the construction is done by a company. Okay, who is doing the construction is done by a company. Okay, let us say this construction is done by Sainath Constructions. Okay, of course, Sainath Constructions is not there. Let us imagine this construction of building or construction of wall, it is done by the Sainath Constructions. Okay, now this Sainath Constructions will have a office or not? This Sainath Constructions will have a office or not? Yes, it will have a office. Okay, Sainath Construction has the office, and for this office there will be some rent. Okay, and there will be some electricity charges. These things will be there. Okay, now tell me, guys, if I don't have the materials, can I construct the wall? If I don't have the material, can I construct the wall? Yes or no? No, I cannot construct, right? If I don't have the materials, I cannot construct the wall. But if I don't have the office, can I construct the wall or not? If I don't have the office, can I construct the wall or not? Yes, we can. Yes, we can. So my point is, guys, if you don't have if you don't have any of this, then you cannot complete your construction or else you cannot complete your production. But without this, you can complete the production. Okay. Now I will give you another example. Let us say an automobile company is there, and this automobile company is there, automobile manufacturer is there, and this company is manufacturing a car. This company is manufacturing what? This company is manufacturing a car. Now, to manufacture the car, it requires a few metals. Okay, what it requires? It requires a few metals, and it requires other metals and other raw materials. Okay, and along with that, guys, it also requires what, guys? It requires the machinery, because manufacturing the car will have requires heavy machinery, and it requires the manpower. It requires the manpower. Now, guys, you are manufacturing this, and after manufacturing to manufacture this, we have a company again. We have a company office. Okay. So my point is, guys, without having the office also, we can manufacture the car. Without having the office also, we can manufacture the car. But still, we require the office only for the operation purpose or communication purpose. Okay. So now, whatever the cost you are incurring in this metals or machinery or manpower, that is called as a direct cost. And whatever the cost you are expending on office rent or electricity charges on the office, okay, and fuel charges of the office, and such kind of things are called as indirect cost. Is my point clear to all of you? Is my point clear to all of you? Yes, right. Okay, now see my point, guys. What is direct cost is, what is direct cost is the cost related to producing a product. Cost related to producing a product, that is called as direct cost. And this direct cost includes, or else this direct cost involves raw materials raw materials and manpower and machinery. Okay. Then the second one, guys, we have is the indirect cost. What is the second one we have? The second one we have is the indirect cost. Okay. Now, what is indirect cost is, guys? Okay. What is indirect cost is the cost, the expenses which are not related to producing the product. Okay. Sorry. Expenses not related to producing the product or manufacturing the product, whatever it is. Manufacturing the product or producing the product, that is called as indirect cost. So this indirect cost includes office rent, okay, fuel charge of visits, okay, this kind of things. I hope it is clear to all of you. Okay, so this is one kind of classification, guys. This is one kind of classification. Then the next thing, there are two more types of the cost, which are called as fixed cost and which are called as fixed cost and variable cost. Okay, now see, guys, no need to write it down now. If you have time, if you have sufficient time, then you can write it. Otherwise, you can note it later, because the same PPT I will be posting in our WhatsApp group. Okay, guys? The same PPT I will post in the WhatsApp group. If you want to write a running notes, you can write it. It's up to you. Okay. Now see, what is this fixed cost and what is this variable cost is. Let us say, again, uh, yeah, okay. Now I'm starting a small industry, guys. I'm starting a small industry. Maybe in that industry, I am manufacturing water bottles. In the industry, what I'm manufacturing is I'm manufacturing the water bottles. So to manufacture the water bottles, what I have done is I have taken the machinery for the rent. I've taken the machinery for the rent, and I require the materials. Of course, manpower will be there. Okay, but these two are I'm taking as the example. Okay, so I have the machinery for the rent, and I have the materials to manufacture. Okay, now uh, I have, let us say, on a given day, I have manufactured 200 water bottles in one case. In another case, I have manufactured 400 वाटर बॉटल्स पर डे. ओके, देखिए मैं क्या बोल रहा हूं कि ओके, एक दिन में मैं कितना वाटर बॉटल्स मैन्युफैक्चर कर रहा हूं कि ओके, एक केस में 200 बॉटल्स मैन्युफैक्चर कर रहा हूं और एक केस में 400 बॉटल्स मैन्युफैक्चर कर रहा हूं. अभी मुझे बोलिए, ये मशीनरी का जो भी रेंट है, ये दोनों केसेस में सेम रहता है और चेंज होता है. मशीन सेम है, मशीन में कुछ भी चेंज नहीं है. ओके, मशीन सेम है, मशीन में कुछ भी चेंज नहीं है. तो मेरा कहना ये है कि मशीनरी का रेंट जो भी है, वो आप 200 बॉटल्स मैन्युफैक्चर कर रहे हैं एक केस में, 400 बॉटल्स मैन्युफैक्चर कर रहे हैं एक केस में. ये दोनों केसेस में वेदर इट विल बी सेम और एल्स इट विल बी डिफरेंट, दैट्स माय क्वेश्चन. Rent I am asking. See my question clearly, guys. Okay, I want the machine which manufactures the bottles. Okay, don't answer. See the question carefully again. Okay, I am saying that I want a machine to manufacture the water bottles. So I went to, I went to the manufacturer for the rent. I went to manufacturer for the rent purpose. So I asked him, give this machine rent for 1 month. Give this machine rent for 1 month. So now, whether you manufacture 200 bottles per day or 400 bottles per day, whether the rent will be same or different, guys. The rent will be same or different. It will be same. It will be same. So my point is, guys, how many ever the bottles you manufacture, the rent remains same. The rent remains same. No change. Okay. Pragati, is my point clear? Pragati, is my point clear? Pragati and Vishaka. Pragati and Vishaka, is my point clear? Yes, right? Okay. Now see, in both cases, guys, I am using the materials. Okay. Now the material cost for the 200 bottles and 400 bottles, will it be same or different? The material cost I am going to face for 200 bottles and 400 bottles, will it be same or different? Exactly, it will be different. So now my point is, guys, in this case I am using less materials. In this case I am using less materials. So less cost of material cost will be less. And in this case I am using more material. So obviously it will be high. Obviously it will be high. So my point is, guys, there are two kinds of cost which are called as fixed cost and variable cost. Sorry, which are called as fixed cost and variable cost. Okay, so is the difference clear between the fixed cost and variable cost to everyone? Is the difference clear? Yes. Please respond. I said everyone, please respond actively. Okay. आप लोग जितना भी मीन्स आप लोग जितना एक्टिव रहता ना, आपको सब्जेक्ट उतना अच्छे से समझ आएगा. ओके. सो fixed cost. Okay, now what is fixed cost is fixed cost do not vary with the number of products. Fixed costs do not vary with the number of products made or number of products manufactured. On other side, when I say variable cost, guys, when I say variable cost varies with the number of products. Number of products made. That is the difference, guys. Okay, guys. Then the next thing I am going to discuss is the operating cost. Okay. So this is the second classification, fixed cost and variable cost. And the first classification was direct cost and indirect cost. Okay. Now the fifth type of the cost I am going to discuss is, guys, that is the operation cost. The fifth type of the cost I am going to discuss is the operation cost. Now, what is operating cost is when you do the business, when you are doing the business, in the business, there will be some day-to-day activities. Okay, there will be some day-to-day activities, day-to-day business activities will be there. Okay, now that day-to-day business activities, it requires some cost. The day-to-day business activities, it requires some cost. Okay, so how can I say? Yeah, let us say rent of a building is there. Let us say rent of a building is there, or else rent of a manufacturing plant is there. Rent of a building is there, or else rent of a manufacturing plant is there. For that, whatever amount you are going to spend, they are called as operating expenses. Okay, so the cost are expenses. The expenses associated with day-to-day business activities. Day-to-day business activities is called as operation cost. Okay, so what are the examples of the operation cost is? Rent of the machinery. Rent of the machinery. Okay, guys, this is the operation cost. And next thing I am going to discuss is the sunk cost. Next thing I am going to discuss is the sunk cost. Okay, let's see, guys, so what is factory electricity is also operation cost. Means आप मशीन के ऊपर जो भी स्पेंड करते डेली बेसिस पे, वो सब ऑपरेशन कॉस्ट ही होता है. Okay, got my point? Yeah. Now see, the next thing I am going to discuss is the sunk cost. What is sunk cost is, let us say on a product or else on some research, you have spent some amount. And that machine is failed. I mean, that project is failed. Okay, समझो कि ISRO है अभी. Okay, let us say ISRO is there. Now ISRO do lot of research. They send different types of satellites onto the space. Okay, such kind of activities will be there. So ISRO has done, let us say, a research project. Now this research project, guys, it is failed. Let us say a project they have done and that project is failed. When this project is failed, can you recover the cost you spent on this project? Can you recover the cost you spend on this project? The machine is failed, the project is failed. No, you can't, right? You can't recover them. Okay, now such kind of costs which you have been already incurred. Okay, see my point, guys? The cost which have been already incurred, but cannot be recovered, is called as sunk cost. Okay, now my point is, guys, ISRO, let us say, is doing, no, not sinking fund. How can you use it as sinking fund? You cannot use this. Sinking fund is a different thing. Okay, sinking fund, that we will discuss later, guys, but it is not related to the sinking fund. सिर्फ मतलब नाम में थोड़ा संक है, सिंक है, इसका मतलब यह है कि उसके बीच में रिलेशन है. ये दोनों अलग अलग चीज है. ओके, ठीक है, मैं फिर से बोल रहा हूं. आप लोग एक प्रोजेक्ट किया और वो प्रोजेक्ट फेल हो गया, तो उसमें आप लोग जो भी स्पेंड किया उसको हम बोलते कि संक कास्ट. Okay, now whatever the future decisions you are going to do, whatever the future projects we are going to do, will they be relevant to this project? समझो, मैं नेक्स्ट टाइम और एक प्रोजेक्ट करना चाहता हूं. ओके, इसरो इज नेक्स्ट टाइम गोइंग टू मेक अनदर प्रोजेक्ट. Now, whatever the cost they are going to spend on that project, will it be relevant to the failed project, or else it will be different totally? Okay, एक प्रोजेक्ट फेल हो गया और इसरो चाहते हैं कि और एक प्रोजेक्ट करना है. तो अभी नेक्स्ट टाइम और एक प्रोजेक्ट करते टाइम वो लोग ये लोग जो कास्ट यहाँ पे स्पेंड किया उसको रिकवर कर सकते क्या? फ्यूचर में जो भी प्रोजेक्ट्स करते टाइम, ओके, फ्यूचर में अगर वो लोग कुछ प्रोजेक्ट करना चाहते तो ओके, वो मीन्स जो प्रोजेक्ट फेल हो गया उसका कॉस्ट ये न्यू प्रोजेक्ट में निकाल सकते क्या ये लोग? नो, राइट, नो. ओके, दैट प्रोजेक्ट इज डिफरेंट एंड दिस प्रोजेक्ट इज डिफरेंट. सो माय पॉइंट इज, गाइस, व्हाट आई एम सेइंग इज, okay, when you have some sunk cost, you should not have its influence on the future projects. Again, I am repeating my point, guys. When you lost something in the old project, it should not have any effect on the future project. Okay, so sunk cost should not have any influence, on the future projects. Is my point clear to all of you? Is this point clear? And sunk cost बोले तो समझ आए आप लोगों को? sunk cost बोले तो समझ आए आप लोगों को? Please let me know quickly. Yes, right? Okay. Okay, guys. Then This is about the different types of the cost. And the next thing I am going to discuss is, guys, price. The next concept I am going to discuss is the price. Okay, guys, let us say we manufactured a product and it took some cost. Okay. Omkar, I will explain at the end. Okay. No worries. I will explain it at the end. Okay. Now see, guys, what is price? Let us see. Let us say you manufactured something, and to manufacture something, you spend 1 lakh rupees on that. You spend 1 lakh rupees on that. So cost incurred is 1 lakh. Cost incurred is 1 lakh. Now, can you sell the product for the same amount, or else you will sell for higher amount? Will you sell for same amount, or else you will sell for higher amount? That's my question. Yeah, obviously we will sell for higher amount. Okay. That means, when you manufactured something, from that you will expect some profit. So you will sell the product, at a higher amount, and that amount is called as price. So what is price is, guys, amount for which product is sold, product or building is sold, is called as a price. Okay, guys, now let me ask you one question. Let us say I have manufactured a car, and the amount I spend is 5 lakhs for manufacturing. The amount I spend is how much? 5 lakhs for manufacturing. I am discussing about the price, and I am saying price is the amount for which the product or building is sold. Then I am saying that I manufactured a car for the cost of 5 lakhs. And this manufacturing process took 1 year, let us say. Okay, let us say the manufacturing process took 1 year. Now, guys, after 1 year, I am selling this product. I am selling this car for 5 lakh 10,000. I am selling the car for 5 lakh 10,000. So tell me, is this loss or profit to me? Is this loss or profit to me? I manufactured the car for 5 lakhs. I am selling it in the market for 5 lakhs 10,000. Now my question is it profit for me or loss for me if the manufacturing took 1 year? Is it loss or profit? Please respond, all of you. Simple question, not a difficult question. Yeah. Okay. Now tell me, guys. I spent 5 lakhs to manufacture the car. Instead of that, I deposited 5 lakhs in the bank. And bank is giving 6% annual interest. Now, after 1 year, how much amount I will get from the bank totally? I deposited 5 lakhs in the bank, and bank is giving me annual interest rate of 6%. Then after 1 year, how much amount I will get? You will get 6% ना, 6% म्हणजे 30,000. So you will get 5,30,000. 5,30,000. So here in this case, guys, here in this case, are you doing any work? Are you putting any efforts to get this 30,000 rupees? Are you getting, I mean, are you making any efforts to get this 30,000 rupees? No, you're not making any efforts to get that 30,000, right? So my point is, guys, in this case, without keeping any efforts, you are getting 30,000 rupees. But in this case, after keeping lot of efforts, okay, you have used your brain, you went under stress, and you are getting only 10,000 rupees, guys. Now tell me, is it the profit or loss to me? Now tell me, is it the profit or loss to me? Exactly. What it is, guys? It is the loss. It is the loss. So remember, guys, whenever you are deciding the price, whenever you are deciding the price equal to cost plus interest amount plus प्रॉफिट, मतलब ये इंटरेस्ट अमाउंट के ऊपर हमको जो भी मिलेगा वही प्रॉफिट होता है. ओके, तो ये केस में हम नहीं बोल सकते कि 10,000 इज द प्रॉफिट. ओके, हियर 20,000 लॉस इज देयर. लेट अस से you sold the car for 6 lakhs. Let us say you sold the car for 6 lakhs. Okay, now see, for the manufacturing you spend 5 lakhs and you are selling in a market for 6 lakhs. Okay, and you took 1 year for manufacturing and bank is giving 6% interest rate. Now tell me, guys, how much is the profit in this case? How much is the profit in this case? 70K is the profit. Very good. 70K is the profit. So my point is, guys, when you are deciding the price equal to cost plus interest amount plus profit. Is my point clear to all of you? Is my point clear to all of you? Okay. Now see, guys, the process of fixing the price whatever is there, that is called as pricing. Okay, the process of fixing the price, is called as pricing. Now guys, in this pricing actually two types are there. मतलब अगर आप लोग प्राइस डिटरमाइन करना है तो उसमें टू अप्रोचेस है. ओके, सो pricing can be done in two orientation. Pricing can be done in two orientation. What are the two orientation is, guys? First one is the cost orientation. First one is the cost orientation and second one is the market orientation. Again, I am repeating my point, guys. when you want to decide the price, there are two types of orientations. One is the cost orientation and another one is the market orientation. Now what is the difference between these two things is, let us say I manufactured a product, guys, and I want to decide the price of it. I want to decide the price of it. And when I want to decide the price of it, when I want to decide the price of it, I'm not considering the cost. I'm not considering the cost. Okay. And what I'm looking at is how worthy it is in the market. How worthy it is in the market. I'm looking only at that. Then it is called as market orientation. It is called as market orientation. Now let us say I am not looking at the market, I am looking only at the cost. I am looking only at the cost. Then it is called as cost orientation. For example, guys, after manufacturing the car, okay, I manufactured the car. After manufacturing the car, I mean, I spent 5 lakhs to manufacture. I spent 5 lakhs to manufacture. But during this period, what happened in the market is, okay, during this period, what happened in the market is, in the market, the prices increased. In the market, the prices increased. Okay. In the market, the same type of the car, other companies are selling for 8 lakhs. The same type of the car, other companies are selling for the 8 lakhs. Now, will you also sell for the 8 lakhs, or else you will take the profit based on the cost and you will sell? मतलब समझो आप लोगों को यहाँ पे सिर्फ 10% और 20% प्रॉफिट लेके आप लोग प्राइस डिसाइड करते हैं, नहीं तो मार्केट में उसका वैल्यू क्या है वो देख के आप लोग डिसाइड करते हैं. How will you decide that? Will you go for 8 lakhs or else will you go for 20% profit and will you go for 6 lakhs? मीन्स देखिए मेरा क्वेश्चन देखिए, यू आर द मैन्युफैक्चरर, okay, you have a competitor and your competitor is selling the same car with the, I mean, same type of car with the features, same features for 8 lakhs. Will you sell it for 6 lakhs? No, right? Okay, so my point is, guys, in such cases we do not look at the cost, we look at only at the market. And if you are deciding the price like that, it is called as market orientation. And if you are not looking at the market, if you are looking only at your cost, then it is called as cost orientation. Is my point clear to all of you? Is my point clear to all of you? Omkar, please respond. Vishaka, Omkar, everyone should respond. Pragati, Rutuja, everyone should respond. Yes, right. Okay, so this is about the price, guys. There is nothing much to discuss about the price. Then the next thing I am going to discuss is the value. Okay, now guys, let us say there is a car and this car was manufactured, this car was cost was 5 lakhs. The car cost is how much? The car cost is 5 lakhs. Then you purchased this car for a price of 8 lakhs. You purchased the car for a price of how much? For a price of 8 lakhs. Okay, then you want to sell it after 2 years. You purchased it in 2000, I mean, you purchased it in the 2023. Now in 2025, you want to sell it after using. Okay, you used the car and you want to sell. Now when you want to sell, will it be sold for the same price of 8 lakhs, or it may be less because of the depreciation? Will you sold it for same 8 lakhs, or else there will be some depreciation? That's my question. Less, obviously. So my point is, guys, after using something, the price may increase, the price may decrease. After using something, in some cases, in rare cases, the price may increase also. Okay, but my point is, guys, when you purchased something, with a time, with a time, whatever its worth is there. Suppose if you are selling it in 2025, its worth will be different. Okay, if you are selling in 2027, its worth will be different. If you are selling in 2029, its worth will be different. So my point is, guys, what is value is the present worth of a product. Present worth of a product or a building or land. Okay, so the present worth of a product or a building or a land, whatever it is called as a value. Okay, now guys, tell me whether value changes with the time or not. Whether value changes with the time or not. Yes, value changes with the time. Value changes with the time. Okay, now let us say, a building is constructed, in 2022. Okay, and the price of the building was 60 lakhs. In 2022, a building was constructed and the price of the building was 60 lakhs. Okay, now my point is, guys, in 2025, I want to determine its worth. I want to determine its value. Okay, then just by looking at the building, can you say what will be its value directly? Can you say what will be its value directly? What will be its present worth directly? No, you can't say that. Okay, मतलब सिर्फ ये देख के 2022 में कंस्ट्रक्शन हुआ 60 लाख से, अभी इसका वैल्यू 65 लाख हो गया, नहीं तो मतलब अभी इसका वैल्यू 65 लाख से, नहीं तो इसका वैल्यू 55 लाख से, ये हम डायरेक्टली बोल नहीं सकते. इसके लिए हमको थोड़ा रिसर्च करना पड़ता है. ओके, इसके लिए हमको थोड़ा रिसर्च करना पड़ता है. यस और नो. Yes, right. Okay. So my point is, guys, okay, so value, whatever is there, it changes with the time. Value changes with the time. And determination of value is difficult. Determination of value is difficult. Okay, now the process of determining the value, whatever is there, guys, the process of determining the value, that is called as valuation. Okay, so valuation is the process of determining the value. Okay, so my point is, guys, when you want to determine the value of a product, then you have to do lot of analysis and you have to do lot of research. Then only you will get to know what is the present worth of that, and that process of determining the value we are calling as valuation. Is my point clear to all of you? Yes, right? Okay. Then for today, I will stop the class here. Okay, for today, I will stop the class here as it is the first day. I'm limiting the class only to 1 hour, but tomorrow onwards, it will be 1.5 hours. Okay. So you have any doubts up to this point?